Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. Thank you so much, everyone, for being with me from the start. It's been a very special year, I would say, especially with this pandemic going on. I hope everybody is well. I hope you had a great Christmas and a beautiful New Year's Eve. I wish all of you the best for 2022. May the Lord, may the universe, whatever you believe in, bring you a lot of love, peace, abundance, wealth, success, health, you name it. May the planet get healed and cured, and let's all be there for each other and support each other as much as we can and pray for the people in need, families in need. Okay? So thank you so much, everybody, again. Today we're going to create this beautiful flower. It's a pattern that I'm working on. So obviously this will be the first one of 2022. Let's hope you guys are going to enjoy it. 2021, I've been asked quite a few times to do seat covers, which I never got around to it. So I decided to open the year 2022 with it. I hope you're going to enjoy it. This will have to be done in 3 parts because it's a lot of time consuming. I cannot record everything in one video. It takes too much memory of my mobile. So we have the flower. That will be a separate video. And then we have the back part and front part of the chair cover, which I will show you in the next video if you're up to doing this seat cover. So a lot of you is not necessarily that you want this for a seat cover. You might want this for other different patterns, motifs to use on. So just going to show you how we created. So this is a 4-ply 100% cotton thread. These two are a little bit bigger. It says 4-ply, but I believe it's more like a 6-ply. 80% cotton thread, 20% fibers. I'm also going to use 3.5 hook, small one to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors, and also a small little pearl for the middle of the flower. So we're going to get started, people. Thank you so much, everybody, again. Please take care of yourself. Don't beat up yourself so much. We usually tend to every time something comes around, we tend to panic about everything and anything. And we need to learn how to take it easy with that kind of situations and just let the universe, let God take care of things that we cannot handle. It's out of our control. Let's just hand it to Him and He will take care of it for us, okay? I don't mean to be preaching because I know some of you are not, fond of preachers, but I do believe in God and I do believe in the universe and I do believe in miracles. So, I'm going to continue with my faith and respect everyone's faith also, okay? So thank you, everyone. Let's get started. Okay, everyone. So the first thing you want to do is I'm starting off with the royal blue. I know my camera, for the most part, does not give justice to the colors, but they're very, very smooth colors, let's say. So we're going to do a slip stitch knot. I'm going to do chain 4. So counting from now 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is very simple and easy to create. I'm coming back on the first one and I'm going to close it in with a slip stitch. I'm going to do chain 4 going up, 3 for double crochet, 1 for turning. Inside of this little circle, we're going to do 7 more double crochet. So we're going to have a total of 8, separation of 2 chain. And then I'm cutting my thread and I'm going to come in with the softer blue. So just very simple like that. 8 double crochets, separation of 2 chain. I'll meet you at the end. So I've come to the end. Just trying to get a little bit more light here. I did my chain 2. I'm coming into the 3rd space and closing in with a slip stitch. Cutting my thread, pulling it, and just going to go through some of the loops here in the center because it's going to be covered with the next row. So we know that it will be secured. and then just cut the excess off. Now we're going into the softer blue. So we're going to do slip stitch knot. I know I should be using a bigger hook for this because the thread is thicker, but I don't want my stitches to be too widen up compared to the royal blue because it's a thinner thread. So I did a single 1, 2, and 3 chain, coming back into the same space. I'm going to create 4 more, so I'm going to have a total of 5 double crochets. And my 5th one, I'm going to go up chain 3. I'm going to turn my work to the back, and I'm coming into the next space, and I'm going to create again 5 double crochets. I just want to mention that up top there's 3 little buttons on the right hand corner. You can click there, slow down the video to your liking, and also turn the CC caption, should be right next to the 3 little dots. In case it's not there, some of you have told me you don't have it there. When you open the 3 little dots, it is in there. You can click there, and everything that I mentioned, it will be written down here. So you can take notes, make things easier on you. So now we did the 5 double crochets up top. And do chain 3. Now I'm coming into the next space and recreate the same thing again. So this is very simple. 5 double crochets again. Now if you're doing these seat covers, you want to create your flowers first because we have to turn them into granny squares. 2, 5, 1, 2, and 3. Now, of course, once I start with the back part of the chair, I will link the link to the flowers here into the patterns for the chair. So you can always come back and forth to create what you need to and then go back and continue on. So 5 double crochets once we have turned our pattern, 3 chain, and coming into the next space again, creating the 5 double crochets again. 3, 4, and 5. Chain 3, turn your work. We're going to do again the double crochets, 1 per space up top, and we're going to have 8 petals, a total of 8 petals. So we did our 5 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Turn to the front again and go into the next space and create your 5 double crochets. Whoops. Of course, my arms are stretched out to be doing a tutorial, so it's never easy for us creators to be doing these type of stitches and recording. It's not like we have the crochet up our chest like we usually do when we're crocheting, right? So it's kind of hard to have your arms stretched out and not move as much because of the camera. Okay, so chain 3, turn your work, and come to the back into the next space and create your 5 double crochets. Now continue yours all the way to the end until you have your 8 petals complete. I'm going to continue mine and then I'll meet you right at the end. Turn your work, 1, 2, and 3, and into the next space again. Okay, and this is what it's turning out to be. Okay, so I finished doing my 8 petals, and it looks kind of weird now, but once it all finished, gets all into place. So I'm going to do my chain 3, And I'm going to come in on my first one right up top and close it in with a slip stitch. I'm going to cut my thread, slip stitch through it, and grab a smaller hook. Usually this is not a good idea, this small of a hook, because all the threads come apart, but I'm going to make it a little knot here just to make sure that nothing falls apart. Most of you knows that I like to knot my patterns just to be secure, and then cut the excess, leave a little bit of a space because the next row it's going to cover up with the green. Okay, and there it is. Now I'm going to go with the lime green. I've done my slip stitch knot. Now where we have the chain of 3, I'm going to come in with a single. Try to hide my thread at the same time. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 chain. I'm going to come back in. So I'm going to create these little leaves and close it with single. And now chain 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Come back in, close with single. Chain 5 again, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back in and close with single. So now we got our first little leaves going. Chain 3, 2, 3 into the next space and single, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now it's just going to be a repeat all the way around. I'm pretty much done for the flower, except just adding the purl on. 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, chain, come back in, single, and 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, come back in, and single. 1, 2, and 3 chain into the next space. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back in, single, chain 7, and again, and chain 5. So this is what it looks like. We're going to do that all the way around, then cut your thread. So I'm on my last 3 chain. I'm going to come in my first one here that we started with a slip stitch and cut my thread. And just go through the middle, because the next if you're creating whatever, the granny square or whatever the case may be, it's going to hide these leftover stitch. So I'm just going to pull through one more here. And give it a nice little knot again, just to make sure. We're good to go. Now we're just going to add on the purl. If you don't want to add them, that's fine. And then once we do the granny for it, then everything stays in place. Okay? Okay, everyone. So I've cut a piece of thread of the royal. I'm going in through my purl. I'm putting it on top. passing the thread to the back. Straighten it out so you can have the right angle to pass the other side to the back also. And now just make a couple knots and you're good to go with the purl on there. And there it is. Now, like I said, if you want to follow through with the seat cover, I will have all the links afterwards below once I'm done to add them onto the description box. I will show you, because now I'm going to create the square to do the tutorial on the seat cover, and it takes 3 for my size of chair. Now for your size, it all depends. You have to measure your chair and see if it takes 3 or 4 flowers. So this is my seat cover, and this is the top, and I made a little bow here. Okay, now what you do is you have to measure your seat like that up top, and then the length of the chair. Okay, so you'll know how long and how wide you're going to do your stitches. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. Hopefully you will join me on this tutorial. I'll see you next time. Take care and God bless. Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year again.